national anthem to us. Murungwa, may you please come forth. This learner will be competing on the 4th at the national level SASTE competitions. We may rise as we are going to sing the national anthem. Thank you very much, Murungwa. Can we clap hands again for her? Now I'm going to call upon Professor Satsupe Mautu, the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Humanities, to come and render a word of welcome. Prof. Mautu.
Let me start by greeting all of you, and I'm happy to see the old faces because I'm as old as AMESA. That's the reason why I'm the lifetime member of AMESA. I just want to start by acknowledging our Vice Chancellor and Principal, Prof. Mohalong in absentia. And we do have the dignitaries with us in front. I'm going to reserve their introductions to the Honorable President of AMESA at the right time. Rather than I call them and introduce them to you one by one, I'm going to reserve it for our President of AMESA to do that. but I'm acknowledging our Vice Chancellor and Principal, Prof. Mokhalong, the two DVCs. We have Professor R.N. Madache, who is the DVC Teaching and Learning at our university, and we have our DVC Research, Innovation and Partnerships, acting DVC Professor Mutiba. And although I'm an executive dean in the faculty, I'm acknowledging myself too, because the conference is hosted by School of Education under the director, Professor Maruma. And it's in the Department of Math, Science and Technology Education under the leadership of Professor Suresh Singh. I just take it as we progress with the conference, they will show their faces so that we rightfully applaud each one of them together with the organizing team that for the job well done. I'm going to reserve my voice for the afternoon session, and it suffices just to say we have Honorable Mr. Khomwe, who will be representing the Vice Chancellor, Professor Mokhalong. So we honor him because he's always there to represent the executive management of the university. Professor Dlamini, we have seen you, and on behalf of everyone, in advance, would like to say we did not expect this hall to be this full, and it's because of you leading a capable team. My words are few, is just to say you are all welcomed, and fortunately, at the university is not allowed to have dogs. So there are no dogs. We are going to feel free to go wherever, and you are going to witness the beautiful buildings that we have at the University of Limpopo, the university that we are proud of. We are glad that since 2015, that was the last time National AMESA was hosted at University of Limpopo. So it's now in 2025 that is back to the university. And when you were here in 2015, I don't think you have seen a beautiful hall like you are in today. So everybody I was watching is looking sideways. Their eyes are also going up, going down. This is where we are, a beautiful University of Limpopo. And all these beautiful things that you are seeing are being led and managed by Professor N.M. Mokhalong. I guess some of our students are here and they know that our Vice Chancellor and Principal is always supportive of activities that happen here And he is even with us now as we speak, because he can even peep online to see if things are going right. Maths educators, mathematics teachers, mathematics students, mathematics learners, we are here. We are a community of mathematics educators, and we are, you know that we are irreplaceable. So we are doing a good job for the country. Welcome everyone, and our dignitaries in front. We are glad to have created time to be with us. Thank you so much. And on the program, you will realize that there is also an introduction of Prof. N.M. Mohalong as the key person to come and say few words officially, but those will be rendered by Mr. Homwe Swanase. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Thank you very much, Prof. Mautu. I'll stand on the established protocol because I think we started a little later than advertised. It's the way of life. My name is Victor Homwe-Swana, and I'm not a mathematician. In fact, Prof. Mautu, my relationship with mathematics ended when I was 11 years old. I was okay intelligence-wise. I was what you could call a bright kid at primary school. And arithmetic, mathematics, for what it was called, and I were, as children would say, we were cool. But I'm a village boy, you see, so when I got to standard 5, grade 7, there was a problem that was taken or given to us out of context. And it brought an end to my relationship or love affair with mathematics. And I want every mathematics teacher in here to think about this, because it's a true story. As I said, I grew up in a village not far from here called Mashite. But in the 70s, when I was growing up, it was called by Afrikaans names, which suggest it doesn't count for much. Some called it Zonnernam, for Zonnernam, which was the equivalent of a no-name brand. Others called Molsgat, which was the name of the old post office, which was not a very flattering name either. Others called it Siekuigat, which was also not a flattering name. Therefore, I grew up with people decorating their homes with clay, and the floor was often covered with cow dung. And this problem in Standard 5 required us to calculate the number of floor tiles required Now, I had never seen floor tiles. And at 11 years old, Prof. Mautu, my abstract thinking was not yet that developed. And the question always started, how many tiles do you require to? And quietly I wanted to say, I don't require tiles. But how many? Well, they gave me the dimensions of the floor. Dimension didn't count for much when I was a kid. We were always too many for the room. So, I'm not exaggerating when I said since that day, mathematics stopped making sense. And being, I think, the temperamental person that I am, I switched off for good. So by the time, Ray, we were supposed to do quadratic equations, somehow I managed to swim past matric. I was flailing and floundering and groping and at sea. Why am I giving you this soppy story of mine? It's because education out of context is meaningless. And mathematics education out of context is tragic. I'm going to just use the quotes of other people to make the points, and then I'll sit down. Professor Mokhalong asked me to just welcome you to this alma mater of ours, this beautiful university that's been going on for 66 years and has produced some of the most illustrious alumni, and hope that AMESA at this Congress will address the dilemma of a village boy who's supposed to calculate the number of tiles they require, and at least find the contextual approach to the teaching of mathematics that will make it more accessible than it has been. Because without it, the fate of millions and millions of South Africans and Africans is doomed. And there is no way we can be intelligent educators that we are. The intelligent educators and educationists, curriculum specialists that we are, and continue to do things the same way that was said by allegedly Einstein. I don't think Einstein actually said that. That insanity is the way of doing the same things over and over and expecting different results. We keep asking children in the village to calculate the number of tiles they need. Maybe we ask them to calculate the number of shares in Microsoft they need to be able to generate enough wealth to retire. Maybe we ask them to calculate net present value. Maybe we ask them to do things that their lives cannot relate to, and we leave the very things that their lives can relate to. I had a very good teacher in grade 7. In fact, one of the best teachers. But I think even he didn't know better. And because the syllabus was prescribed, we were writing an external exam when I was in standard 5. So he didn't set the tests. He had to make us do the tiles conundrum. And those who were lucky enough to memorize it, memorized it and became very good at mathematics. And those of us with a nasty attitude just said, I've got 5 fingers on my hand, which one do you want? I'm hoping that we are gathered here today to do what Alvin Toffler warned us against. Alvin Toffler said something very powerful, Prof. Mautu. He said, the illiterate people of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read or write, but it will be those who refuse to unlearn to relearn and learn. We are all educated. We are all learned. The challenges facing us today are not asking whether we are learned or not. The questions facing us are not saying, are you intelligent or not? The questions facing us are saying, your country is facing despondency because of the lack of good mathematics education. What are you going to do about it? It says the methods that we've been using to date are not effective. What are you going to do about it? Do you care? Somebody called Neil deGrasse Tyson, I don't know him. It said he's an astrophysicist. Said somehow it's okay for people to chuckle that I'm not good at math. Math, man, I don't know that. Like I'm joking now. But he says, if I said, I never learned how to read, people will say, what an idiot you are. The question is, why do we accept that children who are intelligent cannot learn mathematics, and by so doing lock themselves out of all the opportunities that go to those with a good mathematics pass? And we don't see anything wrong with our thinking. George Cantor, who's a German mathematician, said, in mathematics, the art of proposing a question must be of higher value than solving it. I repeat, the art of asking the right question must be superior to the ability to find an answer. So what is the question? Is it the question papers that you take your children through every month, every year in preparation for the exam? Or is it about asking them to learn the concepts, the building blocks, the constituent elements of logic, which mathematics should be about? The art of proposing a question must be held of higher value than solving it. Are we teaching our children to ask questions? Another one called John Wesley Young, an American mathematician, said, it is clear that the chief end of mathematical study must be to make the students think. Now, I like this one, Prof. Mautu, Dean Schlechter. I don't know who Dean Schlechter is. He said, go down deep enough into anything and you will find mathematics. Mathematics is embedded in everything. And if you apply yourself to everything, you will end up with a number of some sort. But we create the impression that mathematics is a single lane into which only people of a certain intelligence are qualified to enter. In fact, once they are in there, we propose they don't have any other skill. Somebody will say to you, hey, I'm only a mathematician. I don't speak good English. I'm only a mathematician. I don't have the artistic mind. I'm only a mathematician. Don't ask me to sing. Well, we, the music lovers, will tell you, those 7 notes and their 5 accidentals are as mathematical as you'll ever get. Nature, said Galileo Galilei, nature is written in mathematical language. Nature. Not calculus, not econometrics, nature. So let's get rid of the binary thinking, ladies and gentlemen. Mathematics is not, I repeat, is not a preserve of the few. It's the language of nature itself. And if you go down deep into anything, you will find it. And if we are willing to unlearn, to relearn, and keep on learning, we might come across a solution. And even that will not be the most important thing, because as proposed earlier, is the ability to ask questions that must be superior to being able to answer them. So I hope, in closing, that from now on, we will ask ourselves, what is it that we have not been doing that should be done? What is it that we have been doing that has not worked and should not be done? And what is it that we've been doing well that we should continue doing so that we open the doors that have been closed to too many? Look at the crime situation in our country. Look at the unemployment rate. Look at the poverty. You will accept that we all can do better. And it doesn't start with having the answers to all the problems. It starts with asking the right questions. Even if we don't know the answer, the ability to ask the right questions should be more superior than the mystical ability to find answers to the inscrutable. Thank you very much, and on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, welcome to Teflu.
Thank you very much, Ntate Kgomeswana. Indeed, we should keep on unlearning, relearning, and keep on learning. We proceed with our program. Before I can call the AMESA Limpopo chairperson, I'm going to call upon Dr. Masibuko to come here and render an item. Dr. Masibuko? Let's encourage him.
Thank you, Program Director, to all dignitaries and our President. I'm going to render an item. I'm going to join you for the competition. I mean the one who was singing the national anthem. I'm going to join for the competition. May we please stand on our feet? You are going to enjoy the item I'm going to render now. The item goes like this. House Wenkela AMESA, you will never come all right. House Wenkela AMESA, you will never come all right. You will never come all right. You will never come all right. House Wenkela geometry, you will never come all right. House Wenkela geometry, you will never come all right. You will never come all right. You will never come all right. House Wenkela algebra, you will never come all right. House Wenkela integers, you will never come all right. You will never come all right. You will never come all right. House Wenkela patents, You will never come right. How singular patents. You will never come right. You will never come right. Thank you.
Never come right. You will never come right. How swengela AMESA. You will never come right. How swengela AMESA. You will never. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. At least we are alive now. We are alive. That is AMESA we know. Yeah, make sure that you do not sleep or... Thank you. Don't sleep. Because these people who are taking videos here, remember we are live on YouTube. They were saying, you are sleeping. That's why I have called Dr. Mazibuko to come and render this item so that we are all awake. I am now going to call AMESA Limpopo Chairperson Vutomi Pila, and Vutomi Pila will be followed by the Congress Director, Professor Zwelithini Dlamini. Vutomi.
Alala AMESA, alala. Alala AMESA, alala. I hule AMESA, I hule. Thank you very much to the program director. Allow me to give a warm greeting to all people that are in this place. I really want to take this time and appreciate everyone who took their time and they said, this year I'm going to Limpopo. Halala Limpopo, halala. Halala Limpopo, halala. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to call province per province. In this province, we ululate and whistle. So when I call your province, I want to hear noise. I want to hear noise. I'm going to start from Free State. Halala Free State, halala. Then I'm going to go to Gauteng. Gauteng. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm proceeding to KwaZulu-Natal. Halala KwaZulu Natal, halala. I'm going to the Eastern Cape, Eastern Cape. Halala, Eastern Cape, halala. I'm proceeding to where the sun rises from. Mpumalanga. Halala, Mpumalanga, halala. I'm going to the Northern Cape, Northern Cape. Halala, Northern Cape, halala. I'm going to the Western Cape. Halala, Western Cape, halala. Thank you very much. I'm going to the Northwest. Thank you very much, Northwest. Then we are going to the host. Limpopo! Thank you very much. You can see that delegates from Limpopo are here in numbers. We really appreciate that. Allow me to say that I extend my hearty welcome to the delegates, speakers, and guests who have gathered in the beautiful province of Limpopo to share expertise and passion for mathematics education. May this Congress be a platform for enriching discussions, innovative ideas, and meaningful connection that will shape the future of mathematics teaching and learning in South Africa. We hope you will engage actively, share your experiences, and take away valuable insight that will inspire and empower you to make a positive impact in your classroom and communities. As we come together in this vibrant province, we trust that the stunning landscape and the warm hospitality of Limpopo will complement the intellectual fervor and camaraderie that define our gathering. Over the next few days, we look forward to exploring cutting-edge approaches, debating best practices, and celebrating success in mathematics education. We are excited to learn from each other, forge new partnerships, and strengthen existing ones. As we embark on this journey of discovery and growth, we acknowledge the critical role that mathematics education plays in shaping the future of our nation. We recognize the tireless effort of teachers, lecturers, researchers who work to inspire and motivate learners to reach their full potential. Wishing you all a productive, inspiring, and enjoyable experience at the AMESA National Congress in Limpopo. May your time here be filled with stimulating conversation through provoking presentation and last connection. As a leader, acting chairperson of Limpopo and the youngest chairperson in all provinces, I say welcome to Limpopo. Halala Limpopo, halala. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm going to call upon the Congress Director, for 2025 AMESA Congress, Professor Zwelithini Dlamini to come to the fore. Prof.
Colleagues, in AMESA, before I observe protocol and talk about what I've prepared, I devoted the whole year from last year when we took over in Kimberley that we need to strengthen the association. And I'm happy there was a song about unity. And we need unity. And that's number one. Number two, to host a congress of this nature, it needs collaboration. You can't say there is a congress director, then there is a congress. You can't say there is an LOC, then there is a congress. All partners, including our university, including the Department of Education, where we subscribe to, including the city where we are, should partner and host a memorable congress. As I promised you in Kimberley, we had a roadshow. We went all over the departments, starting from the Premier's office, knocking doors, and going as far as the Department of Education to collaborate everything. And there was a day when we were virtual with DBE on a very critical issue, which I know it won't be resolved here, but I would like to say a word to tell delegates how far we are with the issue and what are we going to do. And I think if I say it here, because we are live, everyone who's sitting in any corner with a resource that will resolve this problem, I pray to God, the Almighty, to talk to that person, to release whatever that is got in terms of infrastructure or whatever to assist this Congress. And I think that person, whosoever, or those people, they see this hall full as it is. And if I can tell you, any event of the university except graduation does not fill this hall, except graduation. So I'm glad that, colleagues, you came, but I would like to say just one thing to reassure colleagues. We are with you, and we have also invoked management on the issue of accommodation, the challenges that you have. They will be resolved by tonight. It reminds me of Western Cape, where the people of Western Cape were in serious danger of perishing. There was a day called Day Zero. And Day Zero, it means Western Cape was not going to have water. And all people without water, there's no life. So I reflected on yesterday and said this was Day Zero. And it was painful when I woke up and I got all the messages, because I didn't even have the time to read the messages. And I went straight to where the teachers were sleeping, and to find a teacher sleeping without linen. And it was painful. And I'm saying this
I'm not supposed to say it, but I'm saying it. And I went to the other school and teachers vacated that accommodation because they said, we can't stand for these conditions. We are with you. I know even if there's a senior person somewhere, he will come to rescue us, because the issue of accommodation, colleagues, is very critical. I think as we go into AGM and other areas, we have to rethink having a Congress in June. It is impossible to get university accommodation because of students are given a lease agreement by NSFAS to say you vacate in December. I said I want to say it here. And we tried all our best and landed where we are. And we landed, and this morning with the other teachers, I had to fly with them again and see where we will land again. But we will land. Today it will be day one. It's no longer day 0. Day 1 will bring life to the Congress that we are seeing here. And it will demystify what is happening. Thank you. I thought I want to say that because I slept 1 hour today. And yeah, but I'm still alive and kicking. I would like to say welcome to the AMESA 30th Annual National Congress held at the University of Limpopo Province, which has got the Congress theme, Envisioning Equitable Mathematics Education, Promoting Relevance and Engagement. As this theme ascends to Congress 2025, and it reminds me of the academic coordinator, Prof. Paul Mtoti, who I don't know in his corner, how did he think about this theme? Because if you look at it critically, and as Prof. Mauto is going to unpack it for us and set the tone for the Limpopo province and our department, because she belongs in our department in mathematics, although now she's a dean. She is ours. We own her in the faculty. As she unpacks the theme, and if I can tell you, she didn't tell you straight. She said, I'm as old as AMESA. She is one of the founders of AMESA. And she also serves in the advisory board of Pythagoras, our journal. So you can see we are with one of us. So she will unpack the theme for us. And I know she's passionate about mathematics, and she normally says to me when things are not right, Dlamini, I don't deal with things at the last minute. And she normally says again, now I'm a perfectionist. We will wait for after lunch for the theme to be unpacked. But as she unpacks the theme, these robust current debates and policy changes that has bombarded the education landscape to address the inequalities and social injustices emanating from our past. We know our past. And issues of language, resources, access, and relevance and engagement continue to cloud mathematics education. And parallel to that, issues of equity, social justice, redistribution and access and emancipation, which are a part of the sub-Congress themes, remain a myth to the majority of South Africans and globally. Because as I was engaging with our international speaker, who is here with us, Pete Wright, Dr. Pete Wright, he said, I'm passionate about shouting on injustices. in mathematics education. We'll await that moment because he is here with us. And I plead with teachers and scholars and policymakers who are in our midst in their robust engagements during this week to provide solutions. I thought about this because this, if you look at what is in front of you, the motto of the university where we are is finding solutions for Africa. So if it's finding solutions for Africa, this theme must provide solutions for South Africa, Africa, and also the world, because people like Dr. Pete Wright are here from the world, from the other part of the world. And also, I would say after a hectic year, I thank all LOC members for their hard work, dedication, and sleepless nights that ensured that we prepare and host yet another memorable Congress in 2025. Their esteemed enthusiasm, teamwork, a commitment, and devotion cannot be unnoticed. If I can reflect on that, if you look inside your bags that we gave you, you have proceedings that in other conferences we would get towards the end of the week, but they are loaded in those memory sticks. And yes, and that is the hard work of our academic desk being led by Prof. Mtoti, and who would always knock on my door and say, what is the policy saying on the accreditation? I can gladly say to you, I can bring the head now. Those proceedings will be accredited. And also, the National Organizing Committee and AMESA Council, you provided guidance, support, and functioned as a roster in a journey of preparing and delivering Congress 2025. To our strategic partners and key partners, the Limpopo Department of Education, their team, the entire team, joined and pumped needful energy to the LOC and opened closed doors in key government departments. I can gladly say that after saying that, after the assistance that we got with the Department of Education in Limpopo, we have a hall as beautiful as this one, the town hall, our town hall, Jack Potter's Hall. I was joking, and not joking, but saying the truth, that we can go to sophisticated areas of the world. I think that hall, you can only find it in Dubai, not here. You will see it tonight. And the welcome dinner, I was talking to the entertainment team, that is my dinner. I want to welcome you in style. And after being welcomed in style, you will decide otherwise, because I saw the numbers for tomorrow and for the cultural dinner. I can tell you, before the end of the day, I will tell you the artists that will be tomorrow, and will run and pay for the cultural dinner. And also, the gala dinner, you will also run and pay, because I'm about to announce what the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture is going to do to us and bring the artists that you normally see on TV from Limpopo. So, so our sponsors, you will not doubt pledging your funds to Congress 2025. Oh, let me not say this. But I'm telling you, you can see Tiro Hall Every sponsor wants to be in the foyer of Tiro Hall, and some of them were not supposed to be there. But everyone is there. That's Congress 2025. Lastly, I thank the entire management of the University of Limpopo under the leadership of Prof. Mkhalong for their wisdom that they bestowed on the entire LOC and the provision of these resources to deliver this Congress. You will record this in the history of the university. Seriously, colleagues, if you can go anywhere and hire a hall as beautiful as this, how much are you going to pay? And I would like to tell you another secret, that the beautiful hall in town, as a gesture, the municipality has sponsored for free. So the municipality, I would like to say, colleagues, we were supposed to be in our midst having the premier and the MEC. They called me just 5 minutes before we started to say, our apologies, there's a very touchy issue. We know there's a parallel G20 that is taking place. And they had to be in a Zoom meeting with the president and do their duties. But I can assure you that they have said to me, they are confirming that they will be in the welcome dinner. Our premier, the MEC, and also the executive mayors. They will be in our midst in the evening when we welcome, and when I welcome them in style. So to all our delegates, now that you have reached the 30th Congress, sit back and enjoy the rich welcome of the rich academic program and the splendid entertainment that the team led by Ray will deliver to you. You will experience this the entire week. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Dlamini. He's my immediate colleague. I am now going to call upon our learner, Murungwa Nkwana. She's going to render only one item. From there, we release her because she's going to prepare for the competitions, the national competitions, where she will be representing Limpopo province. So she'll be coming here to render only one item so that you'll hear the material Limpopo is made of. Thank you.
Lekai. Lernaron. Awa beki reko para kupala tishale nager. Avule kila masango.
We proceed with our program. We are still on time. We are going to call message by representative of Kagiso Trust, Mujaji Siabi. Mujaji Siabi, may you ascend the stage. Thank you. Let's encourage her.
Hola. The last time I stood on this podium, I was given my honors in geography certificate. So I'm a product of University of Limpopo. Thank you. So I schooled at the same time with Victor. I'm a geography teacher by profession. So there's a bit of maths in geography. Yeah. All right, so thank you so much, and I'm excited to be here on behalf of Kagiso Trust. There's a colleague of mine who's here as well, Sakile, who's based in Sekhukhune, where we have education program. But I'm going to read the message so that I don't talk a lot. Honorable delegate, respected educators, subject advisors, academia, organizers, and esteemed guests. On behalf of Kagiso Trust leadership, it is both an honor and a privilege to extend a heartfelt message of support to this vital gathering, focus on the theme, envisioning equitable mathematics education, promoting relevance and engagement. In a world that is rapidly changing, driven by technology, global challenges, and evolving societal needs, the role of mathematics in equipping learners with critical thinking, problem solving, and logical reasoning has never been more important. Yet for mathematics to be truly impactful, it must also be equitable, relevant, and engaging for learners, regardless of the background, language, and location. This gathering is more than just a conference. It is a celebration of dedication, a convergence of minds, and a reaffirmation for shared commitment to quality education. Kagiso Trust is committed in supporting mathematics development through its education model, as well as demystifying the beliefs that the subject is difficult and for a chosen few. We know that mathematics is not merely a subject, it is a critical life skill and a powerful tool for unlocking potential, solving real-world problems, and enabling learners to participate meaningfully in an increasingly data-driven world. It is you, the educator and advisors, who carry the vision of transforming classrooms into spaces of curiosity, creativity, and confidence. As an organization that works alongside the educators in mentorship and professional growth, we understand the daily challenges and triumphs you face. We remain committed to supporting your journey through targeted mentorship, content development support, classroom-based strategies that make mathematics accessible, exciting, and relevant for all learners. We commend the organizers, the researchers, the educators, and policymakers who are gathering here to challenge the norm, share innovations, and envisage a future where mathematics teaching is inclusive, culturally responsive, and grounded in real-world relevance. Kagiso Trust has been promoting the relevance and engaged through its education model, Maths Symposium. The first Maths Symposium which we hosted was launched here at the university, and subsequently we had others in the Western Cape. And we also convened mathematics competitions at local schools in Sekhukhune. May the conversations sparked at this Congress lead to practical strategies, stronger collaboration, and a renewed commitment to ensuring that all learners not only who have access to quality not only have access to quality mathematics education, but also find joy, confidence, and purpose in it. Let us remember, every confident learner begins with an empowered teacher. Together we are shaping futures, one equation, one lesson, one breakthrough at a time. We wish you a fruitful, energizing, and impactful engagement. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mesiabi. I'm going to call the president of AMESA to come with introductions. I think now all the dignitaries are here. So, President, please come to the fourth and introduce the dignitaries. Thank you.
Good morning, AMESA. How are you? I believe it is still morning. Thank you so much, Program Director. Colleagues, allow me to introduce our visitors to yourselves, and thank you for being here. Let me start with yourselves as our VIPs. We wouldn't have this Congress without you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll start with a veteran that is sitting in front. I'll introduce him to yourself. I want to acknowledge Mr. George Mashamba, who is with us. I humbly request you, sir, to stand up. Colleagues, can we give him a standing ovation? Let's all stand. You'll understand why I'm requesting you to stand. Mr. Mashamba was elected to the first democratic election Senate in 1994 as a member of the first Parliament of South Africa. He also served as a provincial chairperson of the ANC in Limpopo from 1996 to 1998. Mr. Mashamba is a former Robben Island prisoner. He was with other prisoners like our former president, President Mandela. Those who are residing in Limpopo will know when I say this statement, and I believe even other people who read will know. He is the husband to Joyce Mashamba, who is the longest serving MEC in Limpopo, and he's a former University of Limpopo lecturer. Can we again give him a round of applause? I would like to also introduce the following members, and please, when I introduce yourself, take a bow. We have got the guests from National. We have got Dr. L.A. Moses, the President of National Congress of School Governing Bodies. You are welcome, sir. We have got Mayor Kiitumetse Luhupi, the Deputy Secretary General from National Office also. I'll start at my far right again and introduce our host, the Limpopo chairperson, Butomi Bila. Let's acknowledge him. He is our host, colleagues. And next to him, we have got Mr. Homie Swana, who I don't believe is not a mathematician. After he spoke, I believe he did not tell us the truth. He's a mathematician, right? Let's acknowledge him. And we have our special guests, our plenary speakers, who are with us this morning. I'll also request them to take a bow as I introduce them. We have got Dr. Pete Wright, who is our international speaker. That is what AMESA will give you, all the way from England. Am I right? We have got our own Dean of Faculty, Prof. Mautu, who will encourage everyone who want to put down the tools, or if you feel like you want to leave everything, she will encourage you and tell you that God is in control. Thank you so much, Prof. She encouraged me when I wanted to cry and say, don't worry, God is in control. Just leave everything with her. Thank you so much. She's also our plenary speaker. We love her so much, and she loves mathematics. I would also like to introduce Prof. Goswami, who is also among us. I'm told he once taught in this university. So most of the people who are sitting here are also his products. I also take pride to introduce one of our own. We can be proud as AMESA Limpopo because this is a product of our seminars. Who is sitting in front today? She's a plenary speaker, and the person is none other than Rebecca Maluleke, our own person as Limpopo. Take pride, Limpopo, take pride. Thank you, Sis Rebecca. She's always in Limpopo seminars. She's always serving all over the country. We are happy to have her. I also would like to introduce our DD, Dr. Simelani, who was with us through thick and thin. As I was also serving in the LOC of Limpopo, I know what Prof. Dlamini was saying. He was with us, going up and down, knocking in all doors, advising us what to do. Dr. Simelani, we acknowledge you. Thank you so much. Take a bow. I also want to introduce our other plenary speaker, Dr. Where is she? I can't see her on the picture, but anyway, I know her. Dr. Arifa. Dr. Arifa, please take a bow. Thank you so much. Those are our plenary speakers. I want to introduce the man that is sitting on the far right. Our MST director in Limpopo Department of Education, Mr. Maswime, who was working together with Dr. Simelani in the Department of Education. They took us to the MEC, they took us to all the municipalities, trying to help us to organize this Congress. And for the first time, Limpopo managed to register 443 teachers to attend this Congress because of our MST director. We really appreciate. Let's introduce him. Thank you so much. I don't know if the council, the LOC of Limpopo, together with AMESA Limpopo, together with the university, they are here. I'm not sure, maybe they are still busy at the registry. But if you are here, can you please all stand and just take a bow wherever you are? I believe they are still busy, most of them, but some are here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the hard work. We really appreciate you. Program Director, allow me to introduce the National Council. Let me start with the executive. I want to acknowledge the presence of Prof. Jojo. We call her Zingi, or you can call her Jojo Tank. Please take a bow. Let's acknowledge her. That is our VP, the Vice President. Next to her is our Treasurer, Dr. Onika Tibodi. We call her Dr. T. Take a bow, me. Next to her, we have got our Secretary, Mr. Makubele Diapo. Take a bow. Our administrator, Sesnombulelo, is at the registry. She's still busy there. Let me also take this opportunity to... Oh, she's there. Okay. Colleagues, okay. Allow me, they just reminded me something so that I don't leave here. I'll ask Sis Elspeth Matladi, our former president of AMESA, to come up. Please come, ascend the stage. Please. Let's give her a round of applause. While she's coming, colleagues, allow me to acknowledge the former presidents that are among us. Ms. Kembo is one of them. She's our former president of AMESA. We also have Ray Duba. Can you please take a bow? Our former AMESA president is also in attendance. We also have Mr. Manari. I think I saw him somewhere here, Sitati, our former president. And colleagues, we have got our former president online, Mr. Alvain Olfir. Let's also acknowledge him. I want to continue to introduce the council, the people who are doing the work in different provinces. I will introduce them as I see them where they are seated. From Eastern Cape, we have got Mr. Sokutu. We call him Socks. Next to Mr. Makubele, we have got Bullet, all the way from KZN. From Litlabajaji Mpumalanga, we have got Veni Mabena. From Free State, he was telling me yesterday, President, look, I ordered an intercape for my people. Mr. Martin. Thank you. Mr. Martin is from Free State. From Northwest, we have got Pesi Muhumuz. We call her Pesi. Pesilia Muhumuz. Did I introduce all the provinces? Where's Duncan? Western Cape, where's Duncan? As I said, I'll introduce you when I see you. There's Duncan. Where's Duncan? from Western Cape. But from Northern Cape, we have got Mr. Simon Quantuan. Let's acknowledge him. These are the people that are making AMESA alive in all our provinces. We acknowledge you and your hard work. Thank you so much. I forgot one of the former presidents who is in attendance also, Dr. Nico Gavenda is also here. Dr. Gavenda, wherever you are, can you take a bow? It is pleasing when we continue to see you still serving in AMESA, even when you are no longer in office. We appreciate all of you. I also want to appreciate all our sponsors. One of the sponsors was speaking here. I cannot call all of you by names, but thank you so much. You are acknowledged. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Program Director.
Thank you very much, President, for the introductions. AMESA, we love you more and more every day. AMESA, we love you more and more every day. Every day, AMESA, we love you more and more every day. Thank you very much. Remember that you should not sleep because we are live. People are looking at us. They are watching YouTube now. I'm going to call now the DDG of Curriculum, Limpopo Department of Education, Dr. Simelani, to come with a word from the MEC of Education, Limpopo Province. Dr. Simelani, the stage is yours. Let's clap hands for him.
Thank you very much, Program Director. To the President of AMESA, former presidents who are here, the Executive Committee of AMESA nationally, that took the decision to bring this conference, this annual conference, the 30th one, to the Limpopo province. I want to assure you that this was the best decision that you've ever taken as the executive of AMESA. And some reasons might even follow as we go along. Let me also greet and extend a very special greeting to the esteemed staff of the university that is hosting the Congress. We are really grateful that you've opened your doors and your facilities to the Congress. This is indeed a decision that will resonate with the whole plan and the whole goals and objectives of the Congress, and also resonate well with the government of this province. I must indicate that the local organizing committee started from the head of government of this province late last year to report that this province has been requested to host the 30th Congress of AMESA. And I must say and assure each delegate who is here that the government of this province welcomed the opportunity to host the Congress. and the government has actually provided every form of support that would be required to host this Congress. But also extend a special greeting to all, I come from an old school though. I still talk the teacher language instead of educator language. All our VIPs who are here, who are in attendance, you are also greeted in a very special way because this Congress is happening because of your presence. So we are grateful that we are hosting you in this province. When the local organizing committee approached the premier, the honorable premier of this province, last year about the possibility of hosting this Congress, the premier as head of government in the province referred the LOC to our honorable MEC, Honorable Lerule Ramakanya, who is the MEC of Education in this province. Given that this is a conference for mathematics education, and therefore that makes it an education event. And that is why the local organizing committee has been working in tandem with the Department of Education through the steps as the President has indicated in her introductions. So therefore, on behalf of our Honorable MEC, I would like to welcome all of you, all the delegates, nationally and internationally, wherever everybody has come from. We would like, as an education department, we will keep acknowledging the role of mathematics in education. Even in future careers, you can name them. Mathematics is one of the foundational learning skills. As we know, if we talk about foundational learning skills, we talk about literacy, we talk about numeracy. So that makes mathematics key. It's not only in South Africa, it's not only in basic education, it's not only in this department, it is internationally. Mathematics is taken as one of the key subjects because of the knowledge and skills that it inculcates to learners. So therefore, all of these beautiful delegates are teaching one of the most key subjects that you can have in education. We will remember that even in the National Development Plan, there is a target that is set for mathematics uptake in South Africa in basic education. The target is that by 2030, according to the blueprint of government in South Africa, that by 2030, of the grade 12s that will be passing mathematics, it is expected that the pass rate should be above 80%. Unfortunately, that 80% was actually reached in 2024. That's one. But as part of that target, in terms of the pass rate at the National Senior Certificate, the mathematics is specifically mentioned there it is mentioned that out of the candidates who will be passing at 80% and above, about 450 of those must have passes in mathematics and physical sciences. That is the target of 2030 according to the National Development Plan. The question is, where are we currently? As far as I am aware, I think we are around 260 or in that region nationally. I'm not going to talk about provincially in this case. So it means we are about 200 less or 200 short before reaching the target by 2030, and we only have got 5 years. We all know that South Africa is the chair of the G20 countries, right? And talking about the G20, one of the key priorities, there are 3 priorities for the G20 that is hosted by South Africa, and South Africa is the chair in 2025. One of the priorities that was identified by South Africa, by the government of South Africa, is the foundational learning again, with specific focus on early childhood development to build the concept, the number concept right from early childhood development. And some of us don't realize that you can test even mathematical concepts even with young children as young as age 3 or age 4. They already start having some concept of numbers or measurements, if you wish. For instance, if you can take a glass that is thin and longer and a glass that is shorter but a bit wider, even if you pour in same amount of drinks or whatever or liquid into the 2 glasses and you allow a child to choose, what usually happens? They will go for the longer one. And you would wonder why is that child doing that? So it is therefore surprising that over a number of years, we have, especially in South Africa, we have been seeing worrying trends in the teaching of mathematics. The teaching of mathematics has not been improving at desired rates. The question is why? And as we are gathered here, these are some of the questions that we need to continue deliberating and try to find answers. What I would like to urge all of us as will be engaging in this conference is that maybe for the first time, maybe for the whole of this week, let's try to focus on the real problems rather than addressing symptoms in the teaching of mathematics. Because I guess for the longest time, we have focused our energies and resources, our strategies on addressing symptoms instead of the problems. I know that recently, I think it was in 2024, where there was a proposal which started from the IEB. IEB schools proposed to DBE that maybe learners who are taking mathematics must also bring in mathematical literacy and take both. to address the performance in mathematics so that learners could, with mathematics, can also pass maths lit more than mathematics, and therefore they will have been counted as passed, even mathematics. That is not addressing the problem. I was one of those who said, no, we are busy addressing symptoms here. We are skirting around the issues. We are not going directly into some of the issues. So the trends are really worrying. And if you are involved in mathematics teaching, you should be equally worried. One of the trends, again, is the plummeting in the number of learners who are taking mathematics, especially at FET. The numbers are going down. We are seeing a migration from mathematical literacy to mathematics. That should be worrying, especially after I've spoken about the National Development Plan and the target of reaching 450 by 2030. Instead of the numbers growing, the numbers in mathematics are going down. And I think the number went down by about 10,000 in 2024. 11,000. From 2023 compared to 2024, the number of grade 12 learners who sat for mathematics actually dropped by 11,000. I'm not too sure what will be the number by which it's going to drop this year. Okay. So I'm mentioning these as some of the critical problems that we need to address. The second one I want to believe is that over a number of years, the performance in mathematics has actually had a color. What do I mean by that? In over a number of years, our Black African learners have been performing poorly in mathematics, generally. The question is, being a Black African child, you are born without an aptitude of taking mathematics? I don't want to think so. I want to believe that, I'm going to quote, somebody says, as much as language is not everything in education, but education without a language is almost impossible. Why am I bringing this? It's because our Black African learners are taught mathematics from grade 4 because of the language sheet. They are taught in a language that they do not speak at home. But white Afrikaans-speaking learners and white English-speaking learners, and especially learners from the Indian community who are speaking English, are taught in English right from grade R up to university. Don't you think that is a challenge? That is the key problem? So that is why I'm saying this Congress must dig deeper into the real problems in the teaching of mathematics. And a book that I am reading these days, which I find very interesting, it's titled Wrong Lanes Have Right Turns. That's the title of a book that I'm reading. It's written by Michael Phillips. At the introductory part of that book, Michael Phillips says, when he talks about performance and achievements in education, he says, the difference in achievement between the racial groups in education It's because of unequal opportunities that learners are provided with. And you can unpack that yourself. He says, let's provide every individual learner with an equal opportunity to succeed. So therefore, I'm bringing the question of language. Let our Black African learners be taught in their home languages. Research has it, good people, that for cognitive development to happen, each learner must be exposed to their home language for at least for the first 7 years of schooling. Okay. But at least mother tongue-based bilingual education is being introduced. I've run out of time. I think I would also want to acknowledge that the challenges in the teaching of mathematics are similar wherever you are. The only difference is how those challenges are experienced. And that is how we need to also look into. So therefore, I am hoping and I am pleading to the Congress to come up with innovative, transformative, and creative approaches to deal with the real problems, and again, not with the symptoms. Maybe one reminder from one philosopher who believes, I quote unquote, there is no elevator to success. You must take the stairs. In other words, there is no shortcut to getting this problem right. Let's dig deeper into the real and effective strategies. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Simelane. Indeed, we should no longer address the symptoms, but we need to address the problems. Remember, mathematicians, maths educators are problem solvers. In our classes every day, we are solving for X. We are solving problems. So we'll be able to come up with a solution. I'm going to call upon our president, Ms. Elspeth Kembo, from the director of Math, Science and Technology in the Department of Basic Education to come and render an item on behalf of the Deputy Minister of Basic Education. President, you may come to the podium. May we clap hands for her?
Thobela. Dumelang bagaetsho. It's good to be home. Without any waste of time, our Deputy Minister had committed to attend the conference, but there is a G20 meeting that they were all summoned by the President to go attend in KwaZulu-Natal. That's why we see all the politicians are not here. So I'm just going to read it as a message of support. And this is coming from the the Department of Basic Education as a message of support to the 30th Congress of AMESA. And so we would like to honor and the program director, Dr. Maputa, the AMESA president, Ms. Kensani Duba. She has taken on a very difficult task. And I wish her all the strength, God's strength in the work that she's doing, and she's doing very well. And we've got international guests. We were with Peter last week in a workshop, and we did some great work. Welcome, and other international guests and other special guests that have been invited. And we were supposed to be with the MEC and the Premier, like I said. And we also acknowledge the AMESA partners, because this is a very difficult task. Without the collaboration with strategic partners, you cannot do much. We like to acknowledge that last night at the dinner with the guests, we were with the Pearson team, and the CEO is here in person to come and support the whole process. So, we've got teachers, which are the most important people. Without teachers, there is no teaching and learning of mathematics, Dr. Simelane. And ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going to read, I'm not Dr. Mohaule, but I'm going to read this as a message of support to say that she's very pleased to have been, she was supposed to be here, but she can't. And she acknowledges that the 30th National AMESA Congress is a milestone, a great milestone, and these meetings have contributed significantly towards government's efforts to the improvement of mathematics, science, and technology education, as well as to learner performance outcomes in the country. And these important engagements provide a platform. The AMESA Congress provides a platform for all of us to celebrate and showcase what is good about the education system, and they encourage us to continue to improve our performance as the prime mover within the basic education sector by also refocusing our efforts on the attainment of excellence in everything we do. And there's no doubt that economic growth and the development of the scientific capabilities hinge on the strength of the education system. And it is our firm belief that addressing poverty and dismantling underdevelopment begins with empowering our citizens with the skills and knowledge they need to thrive. And Dr. Simelane has made it very clear, targeted, to say which people in the society we should be targeting, which citizens we should be targeting. We must act with urgency to ensure that every South African can become an active participant in our nation's economic transformation. And our country is not static. Its infrastructure is evolving, and our skills base must evolve with it. Mathematics is more than a subject. It's a fundamental tool that equips us to design, build, and improve our economy and infrastructure. That is why the Department of Basic Education holds the AMESA conference in such high regard. We acknowledge AMESA's indispensable role in advancing mathematics education across South Africa, especially targeted at teacher professional development. And then through your research, professional development and collaborative forums, you continue to shape the quality of mathematical teaching and learning at all levels. We particularly commend AMESA's analysis of grade 12 final exam papers for mathematics, technical mathematics, and mathematical literacy, which is a very valuable contribution that reflects your deep commitment to educational excellence. Every single year, AMESA provides, as soon as the papers are written, they provide a thorough analysis of the question paper, and the DBE, we take it very seriously as we go and engage with Umalusi in terms of the performance of the learners. And in this regard, I would like to acknowledge and give thanks to the National Council, because in the provinces, that's where the analysis happens, and then the National Council, the executive puts it together with the committee of AMESA, and they then submit it to the DBE through the president. So it's a group effort and a very valuable one. And I'm also pleased to affirm the Department of Basic Education enjoys a strong and cooperative relationship with AMESA, as well as with your parent body, the South African Mathematics Foundation. And this partnership we really appreciate, and especially the support that we get from there. Last year, we organized a mathematics summit with the South African Maths Foundation, and there was a very good participation from the provinces and all the stakeholders. And she says, allow me to extend our gratitude to Professor Matlo Mokhalong and the University of Limpopo for again hosting this National Annual Congress. The contributions of Professor Kwena Masha and his team are etched into the legacy of this community, and we thank you most sincerely. Despite important strides, national and international assessments, including Team SACMEC and the South African Systemic Evaluation, they continue to reveal significant gaps that Dr. Simelane has already talked about in our education system. Foundation-phase learners still lack the exposure to mathematical reasoning needed for long-term success. And while the team's 2023 grade 9 score showed an improvement from 389 in 2019 to 397 in 2023, however, it remains below the global average of 500. So more urgently, far too many schools in grades 10 to 12 do not offer mathematics at all. Dr. Simelane has already alluded to that. In the latest results, only 2.1% of learners offer technical mathematics, and this is skills-based. Technical mathematics is towards the development of skills, technical and vocational skills that we desperately need to produce learners who come from school at level 4 and can become employers and produce that level of employment that is needed by the youth. And while 62% offered mathematical literacy, the imbalance is stuck, and it's troubling. It's really troubling. So we must change this trajectory, and to do so, we call on new AMESA to continue equipping teachers with robust content knowledge so they can teach with clarity, authority, and inspiration. The department welcomes AMESA's analysis and feedback on our curriculum and assessment policy statements. We are also involved in the curriculum. We invite constructive critique and ideas that push us forward. We also commend the many teachers and schools who are introducing problem-solving tasks into their learners' daily mathematical experiences. And then in the area of foundational numeracy, and this is one area that the minister is very passionate about, the foundational literacy and numeracy, the department plans to strengthen and extend the teaching mathematics with understanding framework through the National Mathematics Improvement Program. This will involve enhancing assessment processes at the foundational level to more holistically capture learners' development in literacy, numeracy, language, and social emotional skills. Dr. Simelane has already alluded to that. So in mathematics specifically, the DBE aims to embed a significant pedagogical shift. The focus will move away from teaching isolated concepts, rote, drill, and practice, and a narrow emphasis on single correct answers. Instead, the NMIP, which is the National Maths Improvement Program, will promote integrated, connected learning encouraging learners to think mathematically and engaging with the real-world problems. And by fostering deeper understanding and relevance in mathematics education, the DBE seeks to equip learners with the cognitive and problem-solving skills essential for lifelong learning and participation in the modern world. And Dr. Simelane, just to let you know that there was a SADC a meeting last week with the ministers in the SADC region, and South Africa has been given the important task of leading foundational learning in both literacy and numeracy because of the work that is happening in South Africa. Yes, so this is, yes. So, and we know the challenges are many, from difficulties in manipulating fractions to over-reliance on calculators, meaning the learners have not developed their number sense. Even for basic questions, the learners cannot be able to give answers, meaning that we need to urge educators to incorporate weekly mental mathematics activities to cultivate conceptual understanding from the earliest grades. And in this regard, the DBE's Mental Status Assessment Program, in short is called AMESA, has been designed to strengthen early mathematics learning in the foundation phase. It focuses on short daily oral mathematics activities referred to as mental starters that teaches the learners to assess and develop, the teachers to use assessment to develop learners' number sense, fluency, and conceptual understanding. AMESA provides structured tools to support regular formative assessment and core numeracy skills, enabling teachers to identify the learning gaps that the learners have and using their errors as a springboard to adapt the work that needs to be done and the methodologies that the learners need for them to move forward. So by embedding assessment into everyday classroom practice, the program aims to improve foundational maths outcomes and build a stronger base to future mathematics teaching and learning. And we cannot ignore the role of language in shaping mathematical success, like Dr. Simelane has already said. So we strongly support the continued use of the mother tongue-based bilingual education approach in grade 4 and beyond as a powerful lever for improving comprehension and performance. Once the learners understand what they are expected to do, then they can be able to do the mathematics that is expected. So equally, we must develop our learners' capacity for graphical interpretation, learning not only to sketch graphs, but to analyze and derive meaningful conclusions from them. Modern technology has opened new frontiers, yet it also introduces complacency when used in isolation. We need to see how we can be able to use AI, artificial intelligence, to our benefit in the classroom. Let us then strike that right balance and emphasize mental agility alongside the increasingly ubiquitous digital tools. So, colleagues, this week's Congress is more than a gathering. It's an opportunity to reflect, to share, and to renew our commitment to excellence in mathematics. Let us use this platform to explore solutions, collaborate across provinces, and support one another. Best practices must not only be celebrated here, they must be carried into every cluster, every school, and every classroom. And together we are shaping the mathematical minds that will drive South Africa forward. And in doing so, we will be building a better, more prosperous society for all. I thank you.
Thank you, my president. Without waste of time, I'm going to acknowledge the presence of the district director of Capricorn district, the hosting district, Ms. Nguzana. May she please come and sit here at the front. And as she's coming, remember we are in Limpopo province. we are in Mankweng, we are in Tefluop, we are in Limpopo Province, colleagues. And Limpopo Province is rich in culture. We have Tsongas, we have Ndebeles, we have Pedis, we have vendors, not vendors, those who are selling. Eh? Thank you very much. The photographer is complaining that you are sleeping. So, and remember, in Sepedi they say, "Ge marena a bulela, rena ba lata re a latela." It was the government which was talking. So we have to be awake, all of us, and listen to what the government is saying. I'm going to call upon one of our students, Miss Kekello Baloi, to come and usher our president, Miss Kenzani Duba, with a poem. Kekello Baloi, we ululate in Limpopo Province. Can we do that?
Megolokwane basadi, megolokwane. Lefase le a rotha ka dipalo. Ngwana motho o moso o hlaba ka hlokomelo. Ke bona di-calculatora bjalo ka marumo, dipensele bjalo ka dikgwele tša ntwa. Ba ngwala ka tšona ngwaga le ngwaga, tša bohlale, tša thuto, tša bokgoni bjo bogolo. AMESA, Association for Mathematics Education of South Africa. Ke motheo wa rona, ke tšhupo ya lesedi le fifing. E ruta barutiši go ruta ka lerato, e šomiša dipalo go tsoša ditoro tša bana. Ke thebe ya dipalo, ke tsela ya bophelo, e a hlahla, e a hlabolla, e a ga setšhaba. In chalk dust, dreams and numbers so bright, a child stares at the stars each night, not with wishbone, but with math at hand. She maps the cosmos of mathematics and takes a stand. AMESA stands for those who guide our pride. They build bridges for education with numbers, logic, and open hearts. Halala, AMESA, halala. They build bridges with numbers, open hearts. From village dust to city lights, in crowded rooms or rural sites, AMESA walks where hope is thin, to plant the spark of math within. A teacher bends over with passion. Not only with passion does he bend, but with aim grows cure. Not marks alone, but minds to free. With passion, understanding, and clarity. You see, a graph is not just lines. It is how we track our rising times. A circle, it is not just round and boring. It is how we stay united through trying times. You talk pi, I see. When you talk pi, we see doors to questions we've never asked before. You speak x squared, and we start reaching for the us buried deep within. For AMESA understands the vital point that those numbers grow the human heart. The blackboard lessons tough and raw. They are not just tough and raw. They lift a child beyond the floor. AMESA, We say to you, torchbearer, we thank you for the light you bring, for proving what is wrong can actually tend to be right, for proving that education still has grace in every child, in every place. Re leboga motheo wa tsebo ka dipalo. Re eme nokeng. To your leadership, Mopresidente wa Xisati wo huma a Limpopo Mana Khensani Duba. Re ha pula e tswele pele go le nela. A dipalo di tswele pele ka seriti gore bana ba rena ba tle ba tsebe go hlabolla, go ikema, go aga bokamoso bo bokaone. Halala AMESA, halala.
Halala, Tsedello, halala. Come, let me hug you. Wow, beautiful. Yo, wow. Halala. Halala, AMESA, halala. Halala, University of Limpopo, halala. The university is producing, isn't it? Thank you so much. Let me quickly, I know you are hungry. I'll try and be fast. Let me acknowledge the VC of the university, Prof. Khalong, in absentia, and thank him for giving us the opportunity to come and host this, our 30th Congress in his institution and his team. I also would like to acknowledge the presence and greet the Dean of Faculty and our plenary speaker, Prof. Satsupe Mautu. I would like to greet the DBE officials present here. Allow me not to mention them one by one. I've seen a lot of them because we work in collaboration with them as AMESA. When I was standing here, I saw most of the officials that we work with from DBE. You are acknowledged. Thank you so much. Let me acknowledge the presence of the officials from the Limpopo Department of Education that are with us this morning. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Let me acknowledge our members of AMESA. When they were talking about the improvement of results, you must know that they are referring to yourselves, because you are the people who are doing the spade work in the classroom. We shine and talk about the improvement of results because you do the spade work in the classroom. You are acknowledged, and thank you for taking time, for taking your holidays to come to this Congress. I believe we were all listening when the department was talking from national, coming down to the province. They were telling us what is it that they expect from us, and I believe that we will deliver. And I want to promise the National Department of Education and the provinces that are here that this team of teachers will deliver. We'll make sure that all our schools that are not taking mathematics, they change and continue to take mathematics. I also want to acknowledge, I thought you would clap hands because you are agreeing that we will go and go an extra mile and make sure that our primary learners, when they go to high school, they continue with their mathematics. It is our duty to try and do that. I want to also acknowledge our sponsors that are here and thank them for making this Congress possible. Thank you so much. I want to single out one sponsor that promised us yesterday at dinner that they are partnering with us for life. That was Kagiso. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We did not give all the sponsors a chance to speak, but I believe they will all continue with us and help us. Thank you so much for being here. I also want to acknowledge the presence of the members of SAMS that I saw here. We also have a plenary speaker from SAMS. You are acknowledged and greeted. Thank you so much. I also want to acknowledge the presence of the members from South African Mathematics Foundation that are present here today. We are also greeted. Miss Kuzana, the DD of Mangweni Circuit, Mangweni District, we appreciate that you are hosting us together with the Department of Education and Limpopo University. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Colleagues, we are on our 30th Congress of AMESA at the time when the whole country, the eyes and ears of the country are focusing on G20. But I want to appreciate that we wish them well as the Department of Education is hard at work trying to reshape our country, trying to change the strategic plans, trying to redefine how we should be doing our teaching and learning. We wish them well. It is an honor that our country is the first African country to host G20. Hence, as AMESA, we also wish them well where they are and believe that all will go well. And the fact that I had my former president, Sis Matladi, saying we are given a responsibility to do something, from the summit that they held, it shows that it's because of your hard work in the classroom. Keep on and keep on. Let's relearn in this Congress and learn again and continue learning. That is very, very crucial so that we can improve. Colleagues, it is on a sad note that we are having our first Congress without one of our former presidents, the third president of AMESA, Mr. Arnold Brombacher, who passed away. I want to request you humbly to stand so that we can observe a moment of silence in remembrance of his hard work that he has brought into this country and outside the country, because he was one of the stallions when it comes to mathematics. He has done a lot. You can research, you'll see how much he has done. Let's observe a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Thank you so much, colleagues. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the local organizing committee led by Prof. Zweli. Thank you so much for the hard work that you have done. Thank you so much. I know it is not easy to organize this kind of a Congress, but you have pulled it, you have done it with the help of all our partners, the Department of Education, our sponsors, the municipality, the Capricorn municipality, the university. Everybody was on board trying to help us. You are all appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you, Prof. Zweli. It is very hard to work with you and your deputy, Dr. Maputa. It was not easy, but I believe we have learned a lot through your leadership. I also want to thank Prof. Mutoti, Paul Mutoti, and his deputy, Prof. Kabelo Chweni, and their team, the academic team, for the good work that they have done. Today we have a proceeding, we have programs because of their hard work. I really appreciate them. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate again our plenary speakers for coming into our Congress, for taking their time to come and share their expertise with us. Thank you so much, plenary speakers. We acknowledge you, and I believe you will also learn from us as AMESA members, as we will be learning from you. And thank you so much for willingly coming to share your expertise with us. We appreciate you. Colleagues, you are mostly appreciated. I don't want to go to where Prof. Zweli has said, but I'm sure you heard him. We are busy together with the NOC and the council trying to assist the LOC and work together so that your second day can be better than the first day. We are trying that. Thank you so much for being here, because you could have taken your bags and go, but you are still here for the love of mathematics. Thank you so much. We appreciate you for that. Colleagues, I want you to sit back and enjoy this Congress. Learn as much as you can. Learn all the best practices that the people that are presenting are bringing. Learn from each other as you will be working together for this coming 5 days. Don't go back home empty-handed. Take everything that you can get through collaboration with one another. Let's learn from each province that are doing things better. Let's look at them and learn and take it home and be a better nation of South Africa. Colleagues, with the powers vested on me, I would like to officially declare this Congress open. Thank you, Program Director.
Thank you very much, President. Without much waste of time, I'm going to call upon Professor Zingiswa Jojo, the Deputy President or Vice President of AMESA, to come and give the vote of thanks. Let's clap hands for him. May we just stand up for a little bit, because the photographers are complaining.
If you don't join AMESA, you will never come all right. If you don't join AMESA, you will never come all right. You will never come all right. You will never come all right. If you don't join AMESA, you will never come all right. If you don't join AMESA, you will never come all right. You will never come all right. You will never come all right. If you don't join AMESA, you will never come all right. If you will never, Bopa. You will never come all right. Kawatu. Aye, AMESA, aye. Congress Director, and delegates at large. I'm not going to be very long. You know, I'm loved and harnessed and protected by my president. She has done most of my job. Mine is just to say thank you. Thank you, my president. First to you. I will go over to Dr. Simelane and the DDG, who spoke on behalf of the MEC and acknowledged the interactions with the LOC since last year. He extended his warm welcome to the province. However, we all know that mathematics is one of the key subjects that can have in education. That makes it a gateway or a gatekeeper. And I hope that this key, as teachers in this hall, we've got it, because we need to use this key to open for our learners. And as we open for our learners, then we can promise South Africa that the next economy is going to grow, because we are going to produce mathematicians that will access the various careers that are tended to be gatekeepered by mathematics. So thank you, DDG. I will go to Ms. Elspeth Matladi. Auswaga, as a former president, thank you so much. You have given and actually hampered on what the DDG had said. The DDG has tasked us as teachers in the classrooms. He said, let our black learners be taught mathematics in all their home languages. So I'm pleading with you, teachers, I'm pleading with researchers in this hall. I'm saying, instead of us finding challenges with MTBBE, let us try and see how MTBBE can be strengthened by actually writing other books in Sipedi, in Sixhosa, in isiZulu, in everywhere, strengthening the material that is there. So researchers, it's not the challenges with MTTP, it is how MTBBE can be strengthened so that it serves the African child. Thank you, ma'am, for also echoing this language issue. Perhaps it is the one that we need to take care of. I am going to also thank the lady who led us with the national anthem, Murungwe Ngwana. She led us very beautifully, and we wish her good luck with the SASCE music, the South African School Choral Eisterford in Johannesburg, in Rima, that she's going to attend. We wish her so well, and we could see how she changed that chorus into something very beautiful. Prof. Maoto, I'm coming to say thank you to you. I thank you so much for welcoming us in this institution. I remember very well, colleagues, let us all remember, she said there are no dogs and people are free to explore the university. We will enjoy the university and the beauty that has been displayed in front of us. And I know that our teachers are also enjoying this. I saw even before this gathering, people were taking photos. It's something to write home about. It is a story. It's historical that you are in this hall in person instead of seeing it, people seeing you on TV. You must actually say you were here in person. I will also touch on briefly to Prof. Khumuyetswana. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Thank you, Prof, for your true story. But then I'm also registering the message that you gave us. You said we must teach mathematics in context. Now, that word context, if you talk to researchers, they will write a book about it. But teachers in context that is relevant to your own mathematics classroom, and using whatever you can use, indigenous, modern, AI, whatever you can find. What is important is that the child in front of you must never ever say it was because of Miss so-and-so or teacher so-and-so that I did not get to the avenue that God had created me to. We are charged with the teachers in front of us. And I want to thank my program director as well. I wanted to thank Mr. Dr. Bazimuko, who woke up this congregation when people were sleeping. He came up very good. But I cannot go away from this podium without talking to the chairperson of Limpopo, Mr. Bila Butomi, and the Congress Director. I will talk to you, both of you. You have tested two things that this Congress is trying to make: strengthening of the association. Don't worry what had happened to the association before. What is important is that this particular Congress stands to strengthen the association. And it also talks to the collaboration of all partners, the university, the education, the department, the LOC, the NOC, our plenary speakers, thank you for coming here, the sponsors, the publishers, the municipality, the children that are running around because you left them at home. Thank you very much, and thank you, AMESA congregation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prof. Let me take this opportunity to thank you for being a nice audience when you were sleeping, and when we told you to be awake, you indeed did likewise. Now, I'm going to make some few announcements. The first one is with regard to the program. With regard to the program, I'm talking about the academic program. We are going to come back here for the plenary session number 1 from Professor Mautu, our executive dean. She'll be rendering plenary session 1, envisioning equitable mathematics education, promoting relevance and engagement, at 2:00. Okay? Number 2, Cambridge will be announcing the winner in the afternoon every day. Number 3, it's about lunch. We are going to eat. The meal tickets are with regional representatives. Make sure that you go to your representative and get the meal ticket. We are going to have our food at the space there. I just guess you saw the McHugh. Immediately you get out of Diro Hall, you go straight this way, you pass our block, then you'll see the marquees. And these stickers, this name text, they are having stickers. If yours is green, there you are going to queue at the green saving point. If your sticker is yellow, you are going to queue at the yellow saving point. If your sticker is white, it means you are halal or you are a special diet. There is a queue or a saving point there specifically for you. Okay, those who are not having the name text now, just make sure that you collect the meal ticket from your regional rep, then you go down there. You're going to queue in any of the queues for now. But as from tomorrow, you'll queue according to the stickers. Our dignitaries here, including our 2 guests, our student, University of Limpopo student, Ketello Baloi, as well as our learner here, Mahongwana Nkwana. You are going together with dignitaries. We are going to eat at the Dempster boardroom. They will follow the president and Professor Dlamini. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Don't forget that we are coming back at 2:00. Thank you.